What is up, booze loving fam? Yes, it is only a few days until Christmas, and yes, I am sitting on my deck. Thanks, global warming. It's like 55 degrees out here. It also helps that I have like a little heater on my deck, so it's half-assed heated. Either way, not going inside. Those kids are loud. So today I've got the F.E.W or F.E.W Immortal Rye Whiskey, and I have been kind of scratching my head at this one for a second because it is a rye whiskey infused with oolong tea. I've literally never heard of anything like this before. So for those of you who don't know, this distillery has a super fun backstory, and if you don't know that backstory, I will feel free to watch the video that I did about a year ago on the F.E.W American whiskey. I will drop a link for that in the comments. But yeah, they're a super cool, fun distillery. Something really fun about them is that they are 100% grain to glass. So mash, fermentation, distillation, bottling all happens at their distillery. But yeah, so this one, I don't know, like if you don't know anything about oolong tea has a super unique flavor. It's just one of those, it's almost like, describe water. How does water taste? It's really difficult. So it's not like your standard black tea, iced tea, green tea, whatever you think tea tastes like. Oolong tea doesn't taste like that. And they're all super different. So one type of oolong tea will taste phenomenally different from another. This one is made with the Immortal oolong tea and claims that it brings an overlay of peach, honey, and exotic dragon fruit. I don't really expect to be able to pick up dragon fruit in a whiskey. Dragon fruit is so mild that if I find dragon fruit in here, I'm sure that it's because I tricked myself into believing that it's there. Anyway, let's just get into it. I'm not going to include the solid minute that it took me to get into this bottle. Just know that these people are serious about packaging. Okay, so off of nose alone, I'm so pissed off about this. It legit does smell, maybe not like, I don't want to say dragon fruit because I specifically said that there's no fucking way I'm gonna get dragon fruit in this thing, but I mean, it's kind of there on the nose. Like it's those like soft, delicate, like white flesh tropical fruits. Definitely not getting what I would think of as oolong tea, but you know, like I said, different strains taste and smell differently. Having not tasted it, this smells incredibly like soft, luscious fruits, like tropical soft fruits. And I'm getting a whole bunch of honey. Okay. I'm gonna need a second. So, no joke, this legit has me left just a touch speechless. The nose and the palate could not be further apart. That nose smells so soft, so delicate, so timid in a way. The palate is not. The palate is aggressive as fuck. But in like the most pleasant way possible. So right there in the front, I definitely, for just a very split second, I do get those kind of soft tropical fruits, but then it immediately explodes into this smoky, like spicy aggression. Also, weirdly, mid-palate, there's something that's almost in a way like cherry bomb-ish, which is weird because I didn't get that in the nose literally at all, and it's just there for like tick of a second, and then it just goes back to this spice. The finish on this thing is phenomenally long, like a minute plus. And right there when you first finish, it is almost a little too aggressive, but then it kind of rounds out and it becomes very soft and palatable, but it is definitely warm. So I think what I find really, really pleasant about this overall is this gentle smokiness. And it's not one that I can really describe because it's not like a smoked meats or smoked marshmallows or like toasted bread. It's not that kind of, it's almost in a way, I want to say that it's definitely probably because of the oolong tea, because oolong teas, some of them anyway, do represent with a smokiness that is incredibly unique to that specific tea leaf. And it's really quite pleasant. So final thoughts on the F.E.W. Immortal Rye. This thing comes in at about $45 retail, and I would pay that time and time again for this bottle. I think it is a great buy. From just the perspective of people who might be thinking about doing cocktails, I probably wouldn't with this. I don't know. You'd have to be a really, really skilled bartender to do stuff with this, just because it's bringing so much complexity in itself that it would be really difficult to work it into a cohesive cocktail unless you really do know what you're doing. Not saying that you guys aren't out there, because God knows I have encountered, in all my years of bartending, thinking that I knew what I was talking about, I've encountered so many bartenders that I'm like, you're otherworldly. I don't understand you. I don't know what fucking planet you're from, but you're really good at what you do. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. It's wonderful. It's really, really complex. It's really unique. It's, the nose and the palate are so wildly different that it was like a fun ride going from, oh, I'm going to smell this and see what I think it's going to taste like, and the tasting going, haha, you thought you knew what you were getting, but you didn't. So that's how I feel about the F.E.W. Immortal Rye. Take that information, do with it whatever you want. It is still out there available. I know I still have some left in my account, and I'm sure that other accounts have it as well. So, if anything that I had to say swayed you in the direction of maybe wanting to try it, do it. I think you're getting a great buy for $45. Thanks for watching.